Chat.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Money and Marketing with Michele and I. We're so excited to be here, right, Michele?
We are. Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a really great day today.
We took kind of a respite, I would say, from our show because we were figuring out what we wanted to do, what we wanted to present, and we have received some really great feedback because I guess we're not the only ones who see the correlation between money and marketing, which is a good thing. But we're so excited to be together, but we may have taken a bit of a break just from going live, but Michele and I have taken some time to work together to figure out what we thought would be valuable to share with you. Right, Michele?
That's absolutely correct. And we can't wait to start sharing.
Yes. So we are talking about 2021. And as you all know, I personally do not like to enter even November and December without a plan for the following year. And so we like to talk about this much earlier. Michele, when do you start creating, if you don't mind me putting you on the spot?
Of course.
When did you start creating your financial plan for the next year?
Well, we started talking about the next year for our business shortly after tax day, frankly, in April, under normal circumstances. But this year, obviously, that was July, and we have, some residual from the October 15th deadline. However, fourth quarter is really the time, October to December, that for our business and also assisting our clients, we really dig in deep and get to the planning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
So if we have found ourselves in a place that we have not done that, I guess now is the time.
Now's the time. And, I forgot to mention, one of the reasons why we take a deeper dive in Q4 is because for our clients in particular, we like to see the results, their financial results that have actually occurred through at least the first 9 months of the year. So assuming they're a calendar year client or calendar year business, that would be through September 30, 2020.
Okay, great. Now, I know that so today we want to talk about for 2021, we want to talk about being prepared, being encouraged, and then going into the year confident. And so, although that's what we want to talk about, I think we want to start with the encouragement piece. Because it's just been a rough year. And I don't think that it's like, just because we're all having to deal with 2020, it doesn't make it any less sad, I want to say, or impactful on our life. If you don't mind, Michele, I just want to say that the other day I walked through downtown Disney. I live here in Southern California. I love Disney. I am a huge fan. I'm an annual pass holder. And I hadn't been there since they opened. There's restrictions. There's all, the regular restrictions, all outdoor. And I went into downtown Disney, and I mean, just a flood of sadness came over me. I missed my family. I missed our family trips there. I mean, we would go to Disneyland and stay on property like 2 or 3 times a year. And
wow,
it was just really, really sad. And so it just hit me that I think all of us were super resilient. And so I don't know if you have felt this way, or there's been something that triggered that, just even like a lower sadness, or, know, it just was really odd because I don't normally get that sad.
I know you, and I would agree. You don't normally get that sad, and neither do I, right? Because both of us tend to, really focus on the positive. But at the same time, we're human, right? So there are going to be those feelings of sadness you can't have joy without sadness, right? Can't have happiness without anger or upset, being upset. But I hear you. When it hits you, it really hits, right? And I say when that occurs, very similar to talking about money and mindset and marketing, you really want to experience all feelings, good, bad, and different, because you can't get to the other side otherwise. And I saw your post about that, and I was sad for you. Like, I could feel your sadness. And I get it. I get it.
I mean, just to be like a little, like, even just to explain it, it was like I was so sad, I got a sick feeling in my stomach. And I seriously cannot even think of a time when that has happened. So it was like, this is real. There's nothing I can do about it. And so I quickly, I went in. I wanted to buy one thing just to support the resort. And so I bought my thing that I wanted and I left. I didn't even eat or anything. I just left and finished my walk around Anaheim. And, but anyway, I was still super encouraged because everything for me, and I'm sure for you, Michele, we are immersed. If you're a business owner watching this, we're all immersed in our business. It is, to me, it's my career. It's my job. It's also my hobby and my fun. I don't know how else to say it, but I love what I do. Like, I could sit in this office from morning until night and be super happy. Now, of course, I need breaks, but I love what I do. So everything I experience comes back to that. And so I just came back really encouraged, though, that no matter what this year has looked like, and no matter that sick feeling in our stomach that some of us have experienced for one reason or another, like, we're going to overcome it.
We are definitely going to overcome it, for sure. There is another side.
There is another side.
Right. We don't know what it quite looks like yet. That's where some of the planning comes in, because we can direct some of our, some of our results, but there is another side to this. I was talking to a client about that today as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And we do have a lot of joy, and there are a lot of, reasons to be excited for the new year. There's great, there's basically, from the beginning of the pandemic, I said, if you plan on being in business after the pandemic and during the pandemic, do not stop marketing. Do not stop doing business. Do not stop being open for business, even if you have to look a little bit different. So do you have anything on that, Michele?
I've been thinking of so many things as you have been talking, and before we get to the next frame, we have a few topics today. I just wanted to really close on the being encouraged conversation that you have been sharing about, and it's really just keeping that hope and encouragement out there to get to that other side, and just feel it when all the frustration occurs, but then keep moving forward like you did, Margaret. I think it was a really great example is, regardless of your upset, when you looked at Disneyland and you had all of those memories that you were coming to your forefront when you were there, you still took your actions. You went in, you made a purchase, great support of Disneyland, right? You made your purchase and you left and you kept walking to what was next for you. So you felt it, but you still did it. You went forward and took action. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but for you and I, and doing this work together, that's what one of the elements we hope people take away. You might feel it. It might be frustrating. You might not experience being encouraged, right? Sometimes, but just keep doing it and you will get to the other side of it. I think it was a perfect example that you just shared.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good. I'm glad.
I was going to give you a hug.
I know. I know. So, but that's great. I'm glad that we can relate it back to, what we're doing in the here and the now. And so now that we know that we can be encouraged for the new year, and let's talk about how we get prepared. How do we get prepared for 2021? I say mindset is always a big thing, but hopefully we covered a little bit of that in encouragement.
Yeah, mindset's a big thing, right? And since we did, we'll maybe step into some practical elements.
Yes, exactly. So do you want to start, Michele? And I just want everyone, and I'll mention this again, inside the show notes of this live, there are 2 links, and one is a link to receive a recording of Michele's recent workshop that she did for the Komen Foundation, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. It was a financial workshop, and it was very well received. Take some time, a really great starting off point, or a really great refresher to remind you where and what you should be doing. And then, of course, that will connect you with Michele for all the awesome things she's doing. And then the other link is a link to our Socialize LA 17-day fall marketing dash that starts November 1st. And that's going to be small, bite-sized activities to take throughout the month of November, guided by me. And by the end of it, you should be super prepared for 2021. So we're giving you 2 ways to get prepared for 2021. And Michele, if you have some, what would you like to share? If you could give us 3, things that we can do to be prepared.
Just 3. Wow, I guess that makes sense, right? Since we only have a short period of time today. But, being prepared takes time, right? So I recommend, first off, making a commitment to yourself and to actually declare it out loud to those that you work with, your employees. If you're a solopreneur, your significant other, make a declaration that you're going to spend some time on your planning and preparation for 2021. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think that's the first step, is to make that declaration and to write it down. But inside of writing it down, actually set some time aside to do your planning and preparation for 2021. I keep saying 2020, but it's hard to get the 2020, 2021 to roll off the tongue, right? So it's the first time we're getting into the, 2020, 2021. So that would be step 1. Step 2 would be first recognizing and realizing that you need some time this year, because there's a lot happening, right, with the pandemic and rules and regulations. So you really have to be committed to that time and recognize it may take longer to do that planning and preparation than it has in the past. Mm-hmm. I guess that still goes with number 1. Number 2 is get your plan written down and start with, from a very high level, what you want to accomplish in your business for 2021. 3 to 5 important goals you want to accomplish for 2021, and do the best you can articulating very clearly measurable information. Are you raising your hand?
Yes.
Okay, go for it. Do you have a question?
I do have a question. Are the goals like financially only, like, is it part of like goals related to the financial plan, or is it goals related to the business? So like 20% increase in revenue, or
you want to have, this is the overall plan for the business. So I would say you have a few financial goals,
Mhm.
and a few operational and including marketing goals, right, of what you want to accomplish. So that's a really great question, right? Because for purposes of our presentations, we want those that are talking with us, I think, to have a broader view than just finances or just marketing, right? But it's your business goals. Like what do you want to accomplish? And maybe that is a 20% increase in revenue year over year. But maybe it's also to double the amount of social media advertising that you do, social media marketing that you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but get them, the point is to get those goals and objectives written down, or those items you want to accomplish written down.
Great. I love it.
And then number 3 is start, brainstorming on what you need to do to actually have those accomplishments become real. This is just a start.
This is just a start. So I took notes so that way I can summarize this for everyone. And I'll put this comment below. And I actually pulled out 4 steps that you gave us. So let me summarize.
All right.
Make the commitment, number 1.
Yes.
Make the declaration that this year you are going to be intentional about your finances. Too many small businesses are not doing this. I know this from my peers. I know this from past experience in my own company. And Michele, I'm pretty sure you could write a book on it.
I do have an example I want to get to after you go through what I had said as the steps.
Okay, number 2 is take time to make the plan. Make the plan, your financial plan. And I'm just going to say this, that if you have no idea where to start, did you know that Michele has a course that will help you create your plan, including the Excel spreadsheet that you need and every step lined out for you? Yes. So I will put that in the show notes as well, because that investment will completely mark out number 2 for you. And through that course, you will also talk about your goals. Okay, number 3, create your goals and create them around your financials, your operations, and your marketing. And I'll get to that when it's my turn to talk about being prepared. And then number 4, be ready to execute. And I'll also talk about that when it's when I'm telling you how to be prepared in your marketing. So Michele, you said you had an example.
It wasn't. It's not so much as an example, Margaret, but I feel like we're having this conversation at a great time. I don't know if you've noticed, but in the last week, I have heard newscasters talk about the fact that you want to start your holiday shopping earlier this year because for various reasons. Mm-hmm. And then I've already seen some emails in the last week about getting your holiday shopping done. And if those of you that are watching this remember, last week were the Amazon Prime days. There were 2 days, right? Is that what they were called? Amazon Prime days, right? So we are starting to see the focus on shopping and spending money, right? And what do we do as human beings? We're attracted to that, right? And I was thinking to myself, wow, if we could at least convert the thinking of our business owner, clients and friends, and even our individual clients, right, into this conversation of financial planning, preparation, and business planning for 2021, how much more prepared you all are going to be in so doing. Does this make sense what I'm saying? Like, I want people to just really, we're starting to get the signs, right, to spend money. And I'm saying, if you're going to spend money, let's spend money and time on our business and our finances and our marketing plan.
Yes, I love that.
Execute. That's a confirmation of execution, and don't get stuck in, oh, I got to do it too because that item that I want for my sister Susie might be gone, by November.
Yes, 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 yes.
So no, that Margaret, but I really wanted to say that.
No, that's great, but I think that goes back to mindset, Michele.
It does.
Because I speak to so many small businesses as you do. And remember, educate yourself on what the definition of small business is. I think sometimes people think small business is small business as in tiny, home-based, and so on and so forth. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but small businesses are multi-million-dollar businesses as well.
That is right.
But what happens is, as a small business owner, when the owner who is so invested in the business just spoke to someone, says, I'm using my savings to fund my company. Many people have done that. You will not be the first. You will not be the last. There are other options for you, but sometimes that's the option you go with. And so they're afraid to make the investments, afraid to make the investment in their business, in time, in resources. They don't know what to do. They spend a lot of time worrying. Now, I surround myself with business owners who are constantly investing in themselves. They're hiring coaches. They have a CPA. They work with our agency or other marketing agencies, or they're getting some type of training and consulting because they value the progression of their business, and they're not coming from a limited mindset. Now, those are our friends and our peers in NABO. I will say, I have to say that that's just the way it is. We are surrounded by people just like that. But a lot of my clients are not NABO members. They are, just people who I've met throughout the years, and I adore them. But I do find that there is a huge population of small business owners who are just afraid. Am I the only one who thinks that?
I don't know. I don't think that definitely you are the only one that thinks that. But that also goes back to mindset. Some of our business owners might not even know that they're afraid, right? And that their fear is impacting their hesitation to make that investment, right?
Wow. Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of work there.
There is, for sure. That'll be part 2.
Yes. And maybe in our next live, I don't know if this is information that you want to share, because I know you do this with your clients, but maybe, Michele, if you wouldn't mind maybe even giving us an example in our next live about what a business should be investing back into the development of their company, whether it is in professional services or it's in hiring. I mean, I know that's why you create a budget, and that's why you have your course. So if you feel comfortable doing that, I would love to educate people in that way. Because then what others are doing. It's like, okay, this is normal. This idea is validated that I should be investing some type of professional development. And I want to also tell you that if you're not in a position where you want to invest in a service like mine or Michele's, you're just not there yet, you're not ready, I want you to know that you can actually reach out to SCORE and the Women's Business Centers and the SBA in your area to get connected with some of the free services that they have. Obviously, they're going to be a little different, but you can still at least, start there if that's where you're at. I want to just throw that out there.
I think that is definitely a very fair statement, Margaret. And for those of us, for those that are watching our Facebook Live today and those that will watch it later on, both Margaret and I are committed to your success as, in your business or in your professional life. So if working with us isn't it's not the right time now, someday it will be. But we know that there are other resources out there to help you. But we both, and I can speak for both of us here, but we both feel as if even if you're going to reach out for those resources at this time, you still want to have your goals and your plan sort of written out, right? Not necessarily your financial plan, but your goals and what you want to accomplish, right? Because you'll spend a lot of unnecessary time either working with Margaret or I or others if you don't have your goals and your focus outlined.
Awesome. Yes, yes. Love, love, love. And also it's just, yeah, want to get your wheels spinning. Goal planning is like my jam.
It is. I hope people saw all your Facebook posts this past week. But Margaret, before we end, because we do want to be cognizant of time, why don't we role reversal here? Why don't you share with those watching us what you feel are, your top 3 items, in being prepared for 2021?
Great question. So like you said, only 3? Yes, only 3.
Oh, I did 4. So you can go for 4.
Maybe I can go. Okay, number 1, please look at 2020, even 2019, if you're one of those people that is going to try and forget 2020 even existed, and think about what worked and what didn't work. Make a good old-fashioned pros and cons type of a column. What worked, what didn't work. And this goes for all of your marketing, whether that was networking, attending events, speaking, social media, going live, videos. What worked? And then the next step, I want you to make a wish list. A wish list of what you wish you were accomplishing through your marketing. Well, Margaret, I want more sales. I know. But there's a customer journey that everyone needs to know exists. And because someone saw you on a Facebook Live today, depending on what type of a product or service you have, it may not result in an immediate sale. And I'm not trying to put a limiting belief on you. I'm giving you the facts. So there's a customer journey. So your marketing, yes, turning sales, but also generating new emails to your database, growing your following on social media, maybe increasing your opt-ins, increasing how many people are reaching out with questions, how many proposals you're sending out. Write a wish list of what you wish would happen. And on that same wish list, I know if you're spending any amount of time on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and you see people in your industry or in a related field or in a professional service or something of that nature related to what you do, I would love for you to write down what it is about this person that you might admire or that you look up to in what they're doing. Because in speaking to, I've had many sales conversations over the past, I want to say 10 days. And the overwhelming response from these powerful women business owners who are running multi-million-dollar businesses is, I just don't know what to say and if people want to hear me. And so my question is, who are you listening to online? Who is someone that when they go live or they post something, you're like, I want to see that. They make me happy, or they encourage me, or they make me go to the next level. Start thinking about what that looks like. And I am telling you that everybody has a start off point, and you need to get comfortable doing the things that you know are going to work in marketing. Showing up, especially in a pandemic world, which if you've been watching the news, again, I don't want to spread fear, but I'm not even going to say it, but we're going to be like this for a minute. And so I want to encourage you to get online. So anyway, make your wish list. What do you wish that you were doing? What do you wish that your marketing was doing? And then number 3, lastly, I want you to commit to an amount of time that you are willing to spend going forward in your marketing on a weekly and monthly basis. And if you say I have 0 time because I have so much client work, then take some of that client work budget and move it into a marketing budget, maybe hiring someone, maybe outsourcing, maybe bringing on someone like myself and my team, whatever that looks like for you. But marketing cannot stop. Marketing is a fire in your business that constantly has to be stoked and aflame, no matter what. Whether you have so many clients, whether you have no clients, it's not something that you ever allow to go out. So that's it. That's my 3.
I think that's amazing. And I put an asterisk next to the make a wish list because I heard you say that others, people may be listening to this and thinking to themselves, well, like you said, I don't know what to say on social media, or, and avoid focusing on their marketing and social media for that very reason. But this is why we are awesome together, you and I, in working with our clients and our friends and speaking about these topics, because we both know that when you shift your mindset and you start taking action and doing the work that you need to do, even if it's baby steps that you start with, that thought pattern will start shifting. And believe it or not, you're going to find a lot that you have to say that people want to hear.
Exactly.
Right? So I'm super thrilled we took some time today to go through these steps on being prepared.
Absolutely. No, this was great. So we've talked about being encouraged. I'm definitely encouraged. I'm encouraged just sitting here with you, Michele. And I definitely feel more prepared.
I'm putting little checks next to encouraged and prepared. Talk about those.
And now let's get our confidence up. I mean, I will just say that I always like when I'm starting to work with someone, and when we are working together, I like to remind you that you the expert in your field. You're thinking, yeah, I am really good at what I do. Well, I'm just letting you know that should be your confidence. And you don't need any other validation. It's so funny. Michele, somebody commented on a landing page. Oh, the landing page for the marketing dash. And she called me to say it. She said, Margaret, I just want to tell you how good that landing page looks. And I thought,
oh, wow.
Thank you. And she said, do you know how good it looks? And I said, well, I mean, I put my best foot forward. Like, I don't know what to compare it to sometimes, because sometimes I'm comparing my own work to somebody else's work who has a 4-person web team. Right?
Right.
You don't know you just don't know. So as business owners, we sometimes don't have anything to compare to.
That's right.
But if you know that you're good at something, and you've already worked with people who have said, oh, this is great. Oh, this is awesome. Then you know that you can serve someone. Maybe you're not going to serve every person and be the right person for every client or out there.
That's too idealistic, right?
Right, exactly. But have confidence in the work that you do. And then when you have this prepared plan, have confidence in your business. I guess that's all I would say. Michele, you want to close this out?
I would love to just give everyone a little secret here about confidence, if I can. Should I share it? Do you think I should share it?
Please.
Okay. So it's a wild thing, right? But the more that you focus on your planning, your financial planning, your strategic planning, and your marketing planning, the more confident you will ultimately become, because you're going to take action that you might not have even thought of when you focus on your plans and your goals. It just happens. And so if we can leave you with anything today, and just summarizing all of this, we gave you some really good tidbits to get yourselves prepared for 2021, but that your confidence is really going to grow, and it will grow stronger and stronger the more you take time to focus and do the actions that you have on your list.
Love it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Be prepared, be encouraged, be confident in 2021. We will see you on the next one. We'll let you know when that next one is. And we will be maybe talking about some different numbers on the marketing side and the financial side.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
Yeah. Until then, you have our links below to just scale, go to that next level. And we are super excited to be your guide in that. So thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.